Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. It is Ian here, and today I'm actually bringing back something that I did on my old channel a long time ago. I would say like a couple years ago, and that is how to make tornadoes in Garry's mod, particle effects. So yeah, I am going to be bringing this back through many requests, and yeah, so just bear in mind that if you're new to this, if you have like no experience with making particle effects in Garry's mod, this may take like a very long time to get used to. But if you watch a video that comes from somebody like me who's had like 4 years of experience, you should know like you should get like right along if you follow every step. But first, I want to go ahead and show you how you could go ahead and get into the particle editor. And hopefully you guys don't mind the caretaker music in the background. It's very soothing. I love it. Even my mom loves it. So hopefully you guys don't mind. So, alright, so this is how you get into the particle editor. You go over to Garry's mod and you right click. You go to properties and then you type this in. If you don't type this in, it's not going to work. So we'll go out of that and then we're going to launch up Garry's mod. And yeah, this will take us right to it. This will take us right to the particle editor, but it may be a minute. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Yeah, hopefully everybody has a good day today. And yeah, like I said, if you have like zero experience, this may take some time for you to like get used to. But I plan to make just more than one. Like I plan to make like I plan to make like more of these. So, and to be fair, these tutorials might take a long time, so just bear in mind with me. And yeah, so we're in the particle editor, and we're gonna wait for my workshop to mount the content and stuff. But yeah, if you didn't type what I just typed in there, which was slash tools, then it won't work. So yeah, you got to make sure that you type that in, otherwise it won't work. Alright, so we're in, and you want to go to tools, because right now we're in the commentary editor. You want to go to tools and go to the particle editor. I'm gonna take a screenshot because for some reason whenever I get in here, like, it lags. Ignore these because these are for X-Twisters too. So you want to go up here and just create a new file. Just create something new. Let's just save it like tutorial tornado. Just name it. Name whatever comes to your mind. It really doesn't have to be anything. And of course, we're gonna make the background like, I'm probably just gonna make it black. So we're in this interface, and to some of you this might seem very overwhelming, but trust me, I was there with y'all. So the first part that we would want to create is the wall cloud. So we're gonna go ahead and enter a new particle system name. We're just gonna make this wall cloud A. Actually, yeah, let's just put tornado wall cloud A. Also, just like if you're making like a particle name, just type in whatever comes to your mind, whatever works for you. So we have our first part of the wall cloud, and I do suggest making like the wall cloud first instead of the funnel. But if you don't want to do that, I understand. But I definitely find making the wall clouds first. So left click, you can left click over here, but left click in the background. You can zoom. You can pan your camera around, and right click is to zoom in and out. So we got our first part of the wall cloud, but of course there is a lot of work ahead of us. So the first thing we want to do is that we want to go to render. Actually, no. Let's actually get our material first. Now, of course, I have all this stuff, just ignore this. But we're going to go down to particle, and like I said, this is just an example. This is just an example. We're going to go down to particle, and it'll actually take a minute for all the materials to load, so I'm just going to let it take a minute. I think these are the materials right here from the old weather mod, I think. So we're going to go all the way down, and I'm pretty sure like almost like 95% of people who've made particles have used this texture, but I'm going to go all the way down here and see if I can find it. It probably hasn't loaded yet. Oh wait, I think, okay, yeah, so we're going to use this texture right here. We're going to use particle slash smoke one slash dust underscore motes underscore alpha. So we're going to use that texture. This is the main texture that I use for the wall clouds, or I pretty much use it every time, and there's a reason why. Alright, so we're going to go to render, and you can see the properties over here. You have a lot of these, but we're going to go to render first, and then we're going to, okay, so you right click and then you press add render animated sprites. Don't worry about the other ones just yet. I actually only use 2 of them. And we're going to go down to the orientation type, and we're going to put that to 3, actually for a good reason. And then we're going to go to animator, and the first thing we're going to put in is alpha fade and decay, alpha fade and random, smoothment basic, and put the drag to 0.1. Movement lock to control point. Now that is very important so that the materials will actually stay input. Movement rotate. Rotate particle around axis. We will need this in the future, but not right now. Well, we'll need it in this video. We're just not there yet. And then the last thing. Okay, I actually missed one. Color light from control point. We're going to use that one. This one right here is a little hard to get used to, but trust me, if you guys just like play around with it enough, y'all get used to it. And rotation spin roll, and we're going to put the spin rate degrees at 1. I do this to make the wall cloud have more of a spinny look to it, like a rotational look. Then we're going to go to the initializer. We're going to put in alpha random. Don't do anything with this. Color random. I put it there just in case, but there's already the control point color, so we put in lifetime random. Now lifetime random is actually very important. I would just put a number of 15 for like a wall cloud, just so that you'll see what I mean. Like I said, like if you do a process like mine, then you should get a very decent tornado. Alright, so lifetime random. Okay, position modify offset random. Now you guys are probably wondering, well, why are you just adding it? I'm adding it because it'll stay like right here, you know. But of course this will come back like in the future of this video. Position within sphere random. This one is also very important. This will actually put a sphere, meaning that the textures or the particles will render within that sphere. And okay, so the distant bias, you want to go ahead and set that last 0 to 1. I think it's the y-axis, I think. But yeah, that's very important. And distance minimum, distance maximum. These two are also very important. Basically, pretty much puts the size of your wall cloud. So say you want something like 5,000. Now, of course, you have to put right click to zoom out. It'll render the sphere, but of course, if you have this enabled, you'll see it. But if you have it disabled, you won't be able to see anything. I do recommend this. I do recommend the render helpers on. So yeah, position within sphere random, and also you could also say if you want like a bigger wall cloud, you could put it like a giant wall cloud. You could put something like 20,000, and that is very big. But for now we're gonna stick. Actually, we're gonna put the minimum to 5,000, and oh shoot, we're gonna put the minimum to 5,000 and the maximum to 25,000. I do this now. You could do it either way. You could have the minimum set to 25,000, or you can have the maximum set to 50,000. It really doesn't matter. But we're just gonna keep it like that for now. As a matter of fact, we'll actually put it to like 5 or something. Actually, yeah, 25,000. Alright. And then next up, radius random. Now the radius random is important. The radius is pretty much the radius of the texture. So if we wanted something like 5,000. Now of course I am going to check this, but there actually is one thing I forgot. In order for your textures to show, you have to go to the emitter, right click, add, and emit constantly. Now of course you may not see anything, but that's because that we haven't messed anything with the color light from control point. But if you do this, hey, you see that there's actually something rendering, right? But we're gonna keep the background black, and for a good reason. And then next what we're gonna do is rotation random. Don't mess anything with that because I would personally just keep it at 360. Sequence random. Now sequence random is actually optional for the texture that I use, because there's different sequences that you can use, and I'll show that here in a second. Alright, so I think that's everything for the initializer. We got the emit continuously. Now the emission rate, I would turn this way down, like to 10 or something like that. So as you can see, yeah, do you see? So like the wall cloud, like you guys see in game, like with the other add-ons, like it's starting to look more familiar, right? And okay, children, we're not going to worry about that in this video. I don't think. Well, actually, yeah, we are. We're actually going to have to. And then twist around axis. I do this. So all right. So we're going to put negative 2500, so that the wall cloud. Okay. Well, actually, maybe not. Well, let's actually just set it to like 1750, or actually, no, let's just set it to 1500. If you set the number too high, like say like 8,000, yeah, like the wall cloud, like the wall cloud will spin like really fast. So I suggest a way lower number. But there you go. We have our first part of the wall cloud finished, but here, all right. So we're actually going to introduce. I'm going to introduce you to the color light from control point. Now, light 1, you don't have to worry about any other lights. You only got to worry about light 1. So this right here, the point offset, we're gonna put this. So the first number is gonna be 1000, just for instance. If you want like how do I say this? Okay, so basically you would want it something like this, right? But of course that means that we haven't put a color in yet. As you can see, the distance, we're gonna set it to the same number. I do suggest it because if the numbers are indifferent, you like one side of the wall cloud would be like bright and the other side will be completely dark. So alright, sorry if the particle glitched out there, but yeah, so we have this right here, and I forgot what I was on. Oh yeah, the control point lighting. So now that we have those numbers, and if you want more of a solid number, or not a solid number, more solid color, like if you want this side, like the other side of the wall cloud, to look slightly darker, I would suggest putting it at like a really big number, like 60,000. But for now we're just gonna use 10,000. We're just gonna use 10,000. All right, and here we go. So I'm gonna put the background color. And let's just use 200 for now. The highest you can go is 255, but we're just going to use 200. And there you go. You have light, and all right, let's see here. Oh, that's why. Because I was thinking to myself, like, why does it look so? But yeah, there you go. You have your first part of the wall cloud done. Now here comes the I'd like to introduce you to the sequence. Now, with the smoke 1 texture that I use, the smoke 1, there's actually different sequences. So right now it's set to 0, and if I set it to 1, like you see, like the wall cloud looks a lot smoother, like it looks a lot puffier. But let's just put it to like 2 and 1 for now, just for this wall cloud. But there you go. we have our first part of our wall cloud. And there is a huge way, or there's actually a huge help, so that you won't have to do this like over and over again. You could actually just straight up copy, and of course you can also delete the particle system, but you can also copy it, and yeah, so that means that you won't have to straight up recreate every particle system every time, you know. So that's what we're gonna do here. But this time we're not really gonna make the same kind of particle system. We're gonna use wall cloud. We're just gonna call it wall cloud B. But this time we're setting these to 0, and there's a good reason. And for the radius, we're also gonna be putting the radius maximum to like 1,000 for a good reason. Now we're gonna use a specific texture, and you might have seen this texture in like some of the older tornadoes, like the very old tornadoes, like the GMC tornadoes. And back in the day, for those people who actually had the required games for the GMSC tornadoes, and if you didn't get, and if you got the checker box, I'm really sorry, but this is the texture that caused people to have the checker box up in the sky if you had the required games. This texture right here. Yes, you guys may have seen this texture before, but you guys see it's very thick, I will say. So we're gonna put the emission rate down a lot, like to 1, so that it's 1 particle per second. And so like if you put it like to 5, it's 5 particles a second. As you can see, it's more present. But we're gonna go with 1, and we're gonna set the alpha random to really low numbers. Let's do 25 and 5, because so like after we're done with the wall cloud, you'll see what I mean. But this part right here will not fit in well with the wall cloud, so you want the alpha random like really low for this material. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it like with the very old tornadoes, or sorry, I just took a drink there. Or with G disasters, or even with X twisters these days. But yeah, this is what I like to call the spiral part of the wall cloud. But yeah, that's really all you have to do. Just make sure you make sure you did everything, and make sure you put the distance, maximum, minimum on the position within sphere to 0. Otherwise, let's say if you had it to like 25, or wait, no, let's do something like 10,000. This is what it would look like if it'll render. I know the alpha. Okay, do you see that? They all start to like they're pretty much everywhere. So you got to make sure that stays at 0. Okay. The next part of the wall cloud we're doing, like literally, like I'm trying to make this like a faster tutorial video. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this again, and we're gonna do tornado wall cloud C. Using like the alphabet, which I feel like is for a lot of people. And we're actually gonna put like some more clouds. So what we want to do, we're gonna go to render. Oh, actually, just for the sake of this, I would put this material in effects smoke 1. It's literally the same thing, but you guys will see. Now, you guys may notice that on this side it's not rendering. Well, let me guys show you. You go back to render, and you put the orientation type to 0. And look at there. They actually appear in, you know, like normal form, but you guys may see that it looks like a giant puffy cloud. Well, that's where we're going to do this. So we're going to put it at like 1,500 and 3,000. Let's see, how does that look? Yeah, so right there, as you can see, it actually looks like, you know, like it kind of looks like a mesocyclone, does it? But just for the sake of this, we're going to put the distance minimum up to like 7,500, so that the wall cloud could just look a little bit bigger. And we're going to put the alpha random to like 125 and 75. The maximum number you can go up to is 255. And if the alpha maximum minimum is 0, you won't be able to see it, obviously. But I just wanted to show you guys. And we're going to put the emission rate down to like 5 or something, so that it doesn't look that bulky, you know. Alright, so we did that part. And literally like the last part of the wall cloud And this part right here is really optional. If you wanted another, if you wanted like a more stormy look, a more stormy material, here is a texture I'm pretty sure here's a texture all of you guys will recognize. Effects fast _dust _thick. This material has pretty much been present ever since G Disasters, really, and it's the very thick texture. And for this we're gonna put the alpha maximum at like 175, so that it's more visible. But yeah, this texture right here was ever used since like G Disasters, but I'm pretty sure this texture has been a thing before G Disasters. So yeah, there you go. Now, you guys may be wondering, how do you put all these particles together? We have to create a completely new particle system, but it's a bit of a different one. Alright, so it's just going to be tornado wall cloud for my tutorial. You wanna add the render animated sprites. Don't do anything here. Operator, movement basic, put the drag to 0.1. Movement lock to control point, and we're going to add set child control points from particle positions. Now you guys may be wondering what the heck does that mean, but we'll get to that in just a minute. And the alpha minimum and maximum, have to put that to 0. Lifetime random has to be something, because if it's 0, at least from my experience, it won't show up. And position with the sphere, I'm not even sure why I did that, but yeah, that has to be there as well. Now this is where this comes in handy. In order for your wall cloud to actually be up in the sky, let's set the offset to like 10,000 to have like a reasonable like height on the wall cloud. Radius random, and then we're gonna go to emitter and emit the emit continuously, and there you go. And then here's where the children come in. And as you can see, your particle names will show up, and if you just add every one, it should all come into one single wall cloud right there. So yeah, do you see that? There it is. There is your wall cloud. Now, of course, in my next tutorial videos, like, I probably will redo this to like show you like how to make a wall cloud bigger, you know. But there you go. You have created your first part of your tornado. The second part we're gonna do, there's mainly 3 parts for a rope tornado, because in this video we're doing a rope tornado. The next part is the funnel, or the tornado itself. Now, basically, yeah. So next part is the funnel, and we're almost going to be using the same stuff as we did. So we're gonna go and render animated sprites. Remember, don't mess anything with this. Just pretty much follow me, and you guys should be good. Alpha fade and decay, alpha fade in random. Now I would set this to 0.1 so that the funnel will be like on the ground pretty much. Movement basic. Now, oh wait, color fade as well. Color fade is pretty much when the particle ends, it's pretty much the color that it'll fade into. So I'll go like 80 or something like that. 75. Yeah, let's do 75. 75, 75, 75, 75, 255 is like a gray color. So yeah. And of course, like if you go in here, you know, there's all kinds of colors that you could do, you know. But right now, we'll just do 75. And of course, we're not doing like a colorful tornado. A lot of tornadoes are not really colorful. But next is movement basic. And for a rope tornado, I would imply this. I would do this for a rope tornado. If you were just making a rope tornado, I would put the drag on 0.1, but in the future I will teach you guys how to make a wedge tornado, and that will be a little bit different. And for the movement basic, we'll do something like 2000 since there's a drag to it. Movement lock to control point, don't do anything with that. Add this too so that the tornado will have a little bit of a bend to it. and you guys will see what I mean. Yeah, so just put that to like 10 or something. Radius scale. Now the radius scale is something we haven't used yet. Radius start scale, it's how big the particle will start, and the radius end scale is how big the particle will grow as a. So we'll put it to like 16, and the scale bias will do like 2, like 0.2. I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna look, but we'll see. And then rotation spin roll. I would do like 16 and the spin stop time to be 1, so that the particle like later on will stop spinning. Yeah, like I said, just pretty much follow me and you should be good. Alpha random, don't change anything with that. Color random. Now of course if you have it this color, the tornado will literally be like as bright as the sun. So we're gonna do. Alright, so for the color random, we're gonna do like 100, I would say. I keep getting ads in between, like the caretaker, because I kind of just played it in the background. Well, actually, I should have done that, like when. It's okay. Lifetime random. Now, this will determine how far the tornado will go up and when it'll reach the wall cloud. So we'll put in something like 15, but we are going to check that later in the video to see if it reaches the wall cloud or not, and if it doesn't reach the wall cloud, we'll add a bigger number. Position modify offset random, just add that, don't do anything, just add it. Just add it. So yeah, so position within sphere, where is that at? Set the last number for the scale bias to 0. Radius random, we're gonna do something like 150, I would say, for now. Rotation random, where's that at? Rotation random. And sequence random, I don't think we would need that. Now velocity noise, now this is actually something new. Velocity noise actually makes the funnel like move around a little bit, and I don't mean like out of its spot, but I just mean like it actually has like velocity to it. So you want to get rid of that. And I would set the time noise coordinate scale to like 0.1. And let's just go ahead and put the output maximum to like -2000 and put the output minimum to 1000. Like I said, just follow what I'm doing and you should be good. And finally the emitter, so emit continuously, and oh, that's interesting. Oh wait, did I not finish it? Did I not? Oh, I didn't even. Okay, sorry. That was technical difficulty, and I'm gonna have to like put this down. Oh yeah. You guys are probably wondering why it's a square. I will tell you guys that in just a minute, because, well, I know why, because we haven't put our material in. But there you go. You have a funnel, and I know it's a pretty crappy funnel. Now I'm gonna use a texture that you guys can use, and it's particle / smoke stack. It's all one word. Now I am gonna warn you guys, the fog, like in game, the fog will interfere with this material. I don't know why it does that. It's rather annoying. But yeah, look at there. You actually have like an actual like funnel. Now we're gonna check the wall cloud. Okay, so the lifetime random will have to be just a little bit longer. I would say like 18 or something like that. But of course we're not done. There is one more thing I would like to add, and twist around access. I'd want to do this just so that, well, actually, no. Actually, for this, I actually don't need to do it. But of course, there's a thing called a drop cloud for people who make tornado particles. And the drop cloud is pretty much the tornado dropping from the sky. So we're gonna go ahead and show you guys that. Alright, so first of all, the first thing I would do is put the tornado funnel in there with the children tab, render animated sprites. So yeah, like once you do this like a bunch of times, once you'll actually have experience, you guys will be very familiar with this. Alright, alpha random, set that to 0. The lifetime random, I would strongly put 20 so that the drop cloud will actually last. position within sphere, and the offset. Now, this is important. You'd want to put the exact same number as how high the wall cloud is. If you're doing a tornado that touches the ground and is a rope, you'd want to do the same number that the wall cloud is. Radius random, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but yeah, I would still put it in there. And then the emit continuously, and just set it to 25 or something like that. And you guys can see that the tornado is up there, but of course, we go to force generator and we put pull towards control point, and we get rid of the 2. And then amount of force, we're going to do like 2,000. Yeah, as you can see there, look at that. So the tornado is coming down, and I'm just going to make I'm just going to make this. Now, this particle right here will be like the whole thing. So for your children, you would want to add tornado wall cloud and tornado drop cloud. And as you can see right there, a funnel is touching down, and yeah, look at there. You have pretty much almost made a tornado in Garry's mod. But of course, we're not done here. As a matter of fact, that funnel at the top, I would say this funnel is very dark. So I'm going to make this funnel like just a little bit brighter. Just a little bit brighter. I would put like 100 or something. Or you know what? Let's actually put the color random to like 150. That will be fairly bright. So yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I just snapped my neck. Or I didn't snap my neck, I just popped it. Alright, let's see how that looks. Now, of course you guys will probably wondered, well, Ian, I know that the tornadoes have a time before they actually drop down. How do I do that? Well, first I'm going to check how this looks. I do know how to do that, and it's actually fairly simple if only you really just pay attention to what I do. So, alright, so the tornado drop cloud, you want to go to emitter, or actually, no. You go to emitter, you go to the emit continuously, and there's an emission start time. I would put that at 15. And if we go back to the original particle, so you see how the tornado is at the ground, but once that 15 seconds is over, it'll drop down from the sky. You would want to put the delay at 15, like if you select on a particle, there's a delay right here. Set that to 15, and as we wait, the tornado will eventually drop down from the sky. So just wait patiently here. I like to use a number like 15, so it actually gives like a bit of time. Because like there's a mesocyclone, but you know, there's no funnel just yet. We just gotta wait until it drops down. It's a rotating storm, but you know. And there you go. You can see that the funnel is slowly reaching down. And yeah, now of course we're not done here just yet. There's really like one last thing we have to do, as far as I remember, and that is the debris. Of course, debris. Tornado has to have debris, right? Well, some tornadoes can have a lot of debris. Some can't, or some pretty much don't have to have debris. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I might make the distance like just a little bit bigger on the wall cloud, like a bigger number. So just don't mind me doing this. Like I said, like doing something like this is optional if you want like a very ambient light to your particle system. A very wide distance and a very ambient I don't know, I'd say control point, or like light, I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying my best with this tutorial video, because I haven't like done one of these since my old channel. Okay, that's better. That's better. Yeah, as you can see, like the wall cloud is not like really dark on the other side, but it's just a little bit darker. So the last thing we would want to do is the debris. Now we're just gonna put tornado debris 1, for instance. Now, yeah, I know. These tutorials definitely take a bit of time. Actually, how long have I been recording? 44 or 34 minutes. Yeah, like I've said, these tornadoes may take a long time. So so what I would suggest is put effects / smoke 1. I'm gonna try to fly fast as quick as possible. Render animated sprites. Don't do anything with that. Go to operator, alpha fade and decay, alpha fade and random. I would put that to 0.1 so that it would fade in just a little bit faster. Movement basic. Now you actually don't have to add a drag for the debris, or not for me at least. Locked control point. Rotate particle around axis. That's actually something I would put. So put like 25 for the rotation rate. Oh yeah, we'd also like to use this as well. Now for the debris, since like tornadoes will be like picking up dirt or stuff like that, let's just go with like a simple like light brown. Yeah, light brown I would say. And let's just put it to like 10,000, something simple. Now of course if you put it like something lower than that, then it's gonna be a very like it's gonna be a very I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Radius scale, I would put the radius, actually, I'll put the radius in scale at like 4 since we know what kind of debris I'm going to be making here soon. And then the spin roll, I would say put it at like 8, just so that it has a little bit of a spin. Alright, initializer, alpha, random, I'll put this at like 150, I'll put this at like 100. Lifetime random, put this at like 6, the maximum at 6 and the minimum at 3. So that every single particle actually doesn't have a lifetime of 3 seconds. There would be some particles who would have a lifetime of 6 seconds and some at 3 seconds, as the numbers show. Alright, color random, we really don't need to worry about that since I already kind of did that, but I'm going to put it in just in case. Position modify offset random, don't want to do anything to that. Position within sphere random, this is important. Now, we're going to put the distance minimum at like 1,000 and we're going to put the maximum at 225. But here are some new stuff that's going to come in. As a matter of fact, I might as well make it render. Yeah, as you can see, there's like little bitty like debris particles. It's pretty funny. But yeah, and let me actually see. Is that about okay, maybe I should put the sphere like just a little bit smaller, Now, of course, now you see the speed and local coordinate system minimum and maximum. We're gonna put this one at like 600, and we're gonna put this at like 400. The bigger the number, the faster. Yeah, as you can see, the faster the particle goes up. All right, sorry about that. I keep getting ads in between it, but yeah. So as you can see, the larger number on this, the faster the debris is going to go up. So you'd want it to be at a big number, or say something like you want one of the numbers to be at 200. There will be certain particles who will kind of sit there, but there will be some other particles that will actually accelerate. Now I'm actually going to like put the alpha to like 200 just to make the debris like very visible. The speed maximum and minimum. This actually makes the particles like go, they like spiral out. Do you see that? Do you see how the particles like kind of spiral out? Yeah. So the next thing we'll do is the radius random. Let's see, about 4. Okay. Alright, now of course the debris may look a little weird at first, but that is okay. We got the rotation random. We're gonna get the sequence random. Now for debris, I would do something like this. So where like it's more like that. Now I'm actually gonna put the spin roll just a little bit down. There you go. Yeah, as you can see, yeah. So as you can see right there. Now I think I might make the debris just a little bit bigger. There you go. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Let's actually put it at the same number. Like I said, like you can literally do so much stuff once you're like used to it, and I think we're gonna actually nope. I think that was about good. And then just for the sake, we're gonna put in twist around axis. This will make the debris spiral out a little bit more, as you can see, and we would want that, you know. We would want that in our tornado. Alright, so I'm literally just going to give an example of this. Well, actually, okay. I mean, pretty much you guys will see it at the end of the tutorial. So we got our first bit of debris here, but there is another thing that I would like to add. Now, if you actually do copy this, to the particle system, and let's say if you wanted to add another layer of debris, you could do the Phase Dust Thick texture if you want to, right there. But in my opinion, I would set the alpha just a little bit lower on the Phase Dust Thick. Now, of course, we're not done here. You guys may know that, like, if you've seen like tornadoes in Gmod, they'll not only have the dirt, but they also have like flying debris. That's what we're gonna do. Now, basically, yeah, okay. I think I should just make another particle system from scratch. So we're gonna make a third particle. Now, if I think if you actually browse your materials folder, like right here, if you go into effects, there you go, and if you go like down here, there's actually a lot of debris. There's dirt, there's splat of dirt, there's glass, there's ash. I don't think I've never seen a tornado pick up ash. There's leaves, paper flying, which is a loop, which, by the way, I will show you guys that in a minute. But let's just use the wood chip for now. That was not the material I wanted. Hang on, guys. Okay, please. Thank you. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we're pretty much going to add in the same stuff like before. Render animated sprites, fade and decay, fade and random, movement basic. We're not going to add any color light from control point, lock to control point. We're going to set that to 25 with the rotate particle around axis. And the spin roll will be like 18 since it's like debris, you know. Alpha random, keep that there. Lifetime random, we're going to have like the minimum to 8 and the maximum to 4, so that some of the debris will have a lifetime of 8 seconds and some of it at 4 seconds. So, alright, offset random, position within sphere. This one is also important, just like the others, and I'm going to go ahead and make the wood emit, if that makes any sense. Alright. So we're going to go back to position within sphere random, and pretty much like before, you know, we're going to do this. As a matter of fact, we're actually set one of the numbers to 1,000, and then we're going to make the speed, the minimum to 200 and the maximum to 100, and we're going to put the minimum to like 1,200 and like the minimum or the maximum to 400, and then radius random. We're going to set one of them to like 20 and one of them to 5. And as you can see right there, there is little like pieces of wood that are flying around. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Now, yeah, okay, cool. I think I would put like one of those to 12 so that the debris will actually last. Alright, rotation random. Sequence random, I don't think you need that. And then twist around axis, we'll just do like -200. Also, if you do like a positive number, the debris will start spinning. It'll spiral out the opposite way, but we're not there yet. I think I'll make a tutorial video on how to make an anti-cyclonic tornado, but that actually won't be that hard if you'll like watch this video pretty much. And yeah, there you go. There's another debris system for you, and yeah. Now, of course, we're gonna copy this because you know you can't just have one thing flying around in a tornado, right? Now we're gonna go back to the to the material folder. We're going to go back down to debris, and we're going to add the flying paper, but it's a loop. Now, here's the reason why. Okay, so you see the paper, right? You see the paper. Now, I'm going to put the emission rate just a little bit down. Now, if we go to renderer, you see animation rate. We're actually going to put that up to 1. I think 1. As you can see, like, do you see, like, the paper, like, do you see it looping, pretty much? Going into a loop? Yeah. So, yeah. And then there's one more that I would like to add, you know, just to make it, like, realistic, but this rogue tornado, I guess you could consider it like an EF 0 or something, like something weak. So, we're going to do slime, stone. Where is it at? Leaf. There you go, leaf. Alright, there's the leaf. I think, yeah, okay. Alright. Now, to combine all these debris particles together, we're just going to put tornado debris cloud. And really all that you have to do is just add all of the debris in together, but you have to do it right. Otherwise, if you don't, you'll start seeing like certain particles like how do I say this? Like interfere with other particles and it won't look right, you know? But yeah, as you can see there, yeah, you got yourself a solid debris cloud. Now, of course, we're going to add a timer to these, so we're just going to set like 45, or not 45, 50, 35. God, I can't speak. All right, we're almost done here. We're almost done. All right, so now that you got that finished, we're going to add the debris cloud in, and I think that will be it. I think you literally just create a tornado in Garry's mod, but I think there was one thing I don't know. I can't exactly remember, but we'll see it here in just a minute. But yeah, there you go. Like I said, just follow what I just did, and you know, like after some times, you know, you'll start to get used to it. It's a very complex interface. I will say that. Oh yeah, I did forget one thing though, but it's optional. It's optional. But there you go. There you go. You have literally created a tornado in Garry's mod. Like I've said, like just a minute ago, this will take time. Like no joke. Like this will take time to get used to. But this is not the only video that I'm going to do. I'm going to make a tutorial on how to make a wedge tornado, even a multi-vortex tornado, anything in my passion or anything in my power of experience you guys want me to do. Or I'll just do it anyways. But, yeah. So there you go. Now, of course, that's not all we're going to do. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and put, like, tutorial tornado. Yeah, I'm gonna rename the tornado so that you guys will actually see it in game. Well, of course I want you guys to see this in game. So without further ado, I will be in game and I'll see you guys. Alrighty guys, now that we are in GM Flatgrass, we are gonna go ahead and show you this tornado in game. Oh yeah, and make sure you guys have the advanced particle controller as well. So yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and show this tornado in game, and yeah, I think it looks like one part of the wall cloud isn't showing. That might be an issue. Is the funnel gonna still appear? Well, that's weird. Okay, there it is. Well, okay, well for some reason that particle like isn't showing for some reason. Yeah, like the very first like wall cloud particle, that's not showing for some reason. Well, I'm sorry for that coincidence. That actually like never happens, so I don't know what's going on with that. But here is our tutorial tornado in game. As you can see, it actually looks pretty good. But But yeah, there you go. You have literally made a rope tornado inside of Garry's mod. I will be making more of these videos. It's just they're extremely long to do, especially when it comes to like more complex. Oh wait, it is there. It is there. What? I'm so confused. Okay, maybe I messed up on something on that. I am very sorry, but anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, then slap that like, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos in the future. And even comment down below if you guys want to see more tutorial videos. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.